Hello everybody, I am Helu from the National Chinan University and welcome to a new class of our Spanish course. Today we are going to explain the use of the possessive determinants. In Spanish we call them determinantes posesivos. They are very similar to the English ones, but remember that we said that in Spanish nouns, objects, have gender. You have male, masculine words and feminine words. So that characteristic has to be implemented in the determiners too. For example, you remember in English we have my, like my car, your, his, her, our, your, their. We are going to have two options in English, in Spanish, depending on how many objects the owner has. If you have one, it's going to be me. But if you have more than one, it's going to be mis. Again, for the second person, tu, your car, tus, your cars, su, sus. Okay? This one in English you have to make the difference between male and female. In Spanish, doesn't matter in this case, but the following one, our, again we are going to have the four options: nuestro, nuestra, nuestros, nuestras, then vuestro, vuestra, vuestros, vuestras, and the last one, the su, sus. Okay, remember this one and this one are equal, the same. That shouldn't be a problem. Just remember they are the same. For one part is the same as in English. You have to pick one depending on who is the owner. The owner is I, you, he, she, we, you, they. And then we have another option depending on how many things own. If only one thing, this column. If more than one thing, the second column. Let's go to the other option. When you say mine, that car is mine, that car is yours. How do we say that in Spanish? Again, we are going to have four options, but in sometimes it's going to be only two, because masculine and feminine are going to be the same. But in general, we have four options because the object own maybe one or more than one, maybe masculine or feminine. So mine in Spanish, mío, míos. I forgot to say mía, mías. Tuyo, tuya. Tuyos, tuyas. His, hers, suyo, suya, suyos, suyas. Again, in English too, you can see that maybe a little bit annoying words are similar for different functions. For example, his and his is the same word, but her and hers is different. You may think it should be with two S. It's not. Next, ours, nuestro, nuestra, nuestros, nuestras. Yours, vuestro, vuestra, vuestros, vuestras. Theirs, suyo, suya, suyos, suyas. Again, you have two things you need to think about. First, who is the owner? Then you pick one row, like in English, nothing new. But then you have to think how many things own. Okay, if you have one, two, or masculine, feminine thing, it's going to be different. In Spanish is always about that, the gender of things and singular, plural. Okay, let's see some examples to make this clear. If you want to say our car and our cars, how car in Spanish is coche, cars, coches. So here we have one object own, and here we have more than one object. That's why we are saying nuestro, one, masculine, as always, nuestros, as always, nothing new. This part, like in English, is related to who owns the car. So you pick the first part, like in English, thinking about who is the owner, and the ending depends on how many objects the owner owns, and are they masculine or feminine. Let's see another example. That table is ours. Those tables, are ours. Okay, table, mesa, tables, mesas. Like in English, we use the S, remember that? Es, that is, are, son. Then you have to say our or ours. So this is because the owner is we, and this is because the person who owns again is us, we. But this and this, a and as, is because mesa is a feminine word, and the first case you only own one table. The second, you own more than one. Okay, so it's very similar to English, but again the only difference is that you have to take account of the masculine, feminine option and the plural, singular option. Okay, and that's all for today. Thank you very much and see you soon.